If the reptile world has a golden retriever, it's the bearded dragon. They are docile, often happy to sit on a shoulder for hours, and they possess an endearing, permanent smile. Because they are so common in living rooms and pet stores across the globe, we tend to assume we have them figured out. We look at them and see a simple, lazy companion. But that familiar exterior is a mask for one of the most chaotic, alien-like biological makeups on the planet. These lizards belong to the harsh scrublands and deserts of the Australian Outback, a landscape that has shaped every aspect of their biology. Australia has strictly prohibited the export of its wildlife since the 1960s. This means the millions of bearded dragons kept as pets today are the descendants of a small stock smuggled out of the country between 1974 and 1990. Because their history as a domestic species is so short, every pet dragon still carries the specialized traits required to survive the extremes of the Australian interior. Survival in the wild requires clear communication. They use a specific set of motions to navigate social hierarchies, arm waving to signal submission to a dominant dragon, and rapid head bobbing to assert authority. Their resting habits are equally strange. In the wild and in captivity, they often sleep propped up vertically against tree trunks or the glass walls of their enclosures. While they usually prefer a sedentary lifestyle, they are capable of sudden bursts of speed. When threatened, the dragon raises its body up on its rear legs and runs like a human. Shifting their weight to the back of the body allows them to optimize their balance, reaching speeds of 9 miles per hour to evade predators. These observable physical behaviors are just the entry-level adaptations of a much deeper internal physiology. In the Australian Outback, water is the most precious resource. To survive long periods of drought, the bearded dragon has evolved a specialized waste system. Instead of losing liquid through urine, they excrete a dry, chalky white powder called urate. This allows them to expel nitrogenous waste while retaining almost every drop of moisture inside their bodies. When it does rain, they use their bodies as funnels. They stand on their hind legs and slope their heads downward, lapping up the water as it streams down their faces for up to 30 minutes at a time. They also use localized color changes to navigate their environment. The beard of spines under their chin can turn pitch black in seconds when the animal feels threatened or stressed. While the neck changes for social signaling, the skin on their back changes for temperature control. They turn lighter to reflect intense sunlight and shift to a darker shade in the cold to help absorb heat. Between the dry urate and the thermal color shifting, the dragon functions as a biological system precision-tuned for environmental regulation. This tuning extends to their anatomy. They possess 2 different types of teeth on the same jawline, and much like a shark, they continuously regrow their front teeth throughout their lives. Their reproduction is built for maximum efficiency in an unpredictable climate. Females can store sperm in their reproductive tracts for months, allowing them to fertilize a second clutch of eggs long after a single mating. The most extreme biological adaptation is triggered by heat. If embryonic temperature rises above 96.8 degrees, a transformation occurs. 100% of genetic males undergo complete sex reversal, developing into fertile females capable of laying twice as many eggs. This allows a population to pivot its reproductive output in real time, flooding the environment with egg layers when extreme heat makes survival most difficult. When we see these animals in a domestic tank, it is easy to forget we are looking at a solitary creature designed for the most punishing environments on Earth. Keeping this wild biology in a home also carries specific health risks. Their digestive tracts are natural carriers of Salmonella, which can be easily transferred during handling. Data from the CDC has linked pet bearded dragons to multi-state outbreaks, leading to dozens of illnesses and hospitalizations across the US in recent years. The waving, smiling reptile in the living room remains an outlier of evolution, a gender-shifting, chalk-peeing survivor of the outback that we've invited into our homes.